This is your Tap Out News Hit. I'm Mike Straka, and on the phone with me right now is Herb Dean. Herb, you are the hero of UFC 131. First of all, Dana White, UFC president, says you are the best in the business as far as referees goes, and that's got to make you feel good. He also mentioned to Ariel Helwani, he doesn't know you, he doesn't hang out with you, he wanted that on the record, but that's got to make you feel good that the grand poobah of the UFC said something nice about you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. It's nice to be definitely be appreciated for the job I do, and that's one of the cool things about MMA is that the fans and the fighters and the promoters, everyone involved, have a high level of respect for the officiating and really reach out and let us know when we've done a good job. And usually in most sports, you only get spoken to as an official when you've done a bad job.
Right.
So that's something that I'm really happy about.
A lot of the problems with MMA recently, as far as officiating goes, have been with the judging. And I know you don't want to talk too much about that because you're in sort of the same boat as being criticized. But what people came away with UFC 131 was you made a great decision, a couple good decisions. The first one being not to stop the Shane Carwin Jr. Dos Santos fight in the first round. Did you come close to stopping it at all?
Oh yes, definitely. He was hurt, and Dos Santos was coming after him and really trying to put him away. So I came very close to stopping the fight, but each time I go, okay, one more, just to set, I give him just a little bit more time, and he did the things he needed to do. He was moving to better his position, and eventually he was able to get to a place where he was defending the blows, and then was able to come back. He was able to weather the storm.
One of the things Dana White said is that you're always in control when you're inside the octagon. Does that come with experience? Does that come with just being confident in who you are and all the decisions you made and all the training that you have?
I think so. I think that I've had a lot of matches. I've refereed a lot of matches. So I've been in a lot of situations. And so even though there's always new situations and each situation is different, I've had a lot of experiences where I've experienced something similar to this right now, and so I kind of know what I'm going to do already. I'm well aware of the fact that I'm the one who's in there making the decisions and the choices, and I'm the one who's going to have to live with them. I'm always aware of that. So, somebody can tell me to make a decision, or someone can tell me one way or another, but at the end of the day, it's mine, and I have to live with it. So, I definitely want to make the decisions I want.
Now, you also have a referee school, and does that also give you more authority, when you're making those decisions, knowing that, hey, I also teach this stuff. I know what I'm doing.
Well, actually teaching it has actually made me, I think it's definitely making me better. Teaching it, you really have to be on your game when you're teaching these people who want to get into the sport. A lot of them know what they're doing, and they ask really good questions. And I have to be prepared when I go and do my class. Also, I spend a lot more time thinking about it and also putting onto paper the things that I've done over the years as that I kind of slowly added to my game and almost do by instinct. It's better for me to put them into words and to put it on the paper and put it into a system. And why do I do it this way? And so I think that also has made me a lot better since I started teaching.
What do you think the state of MMA reffing is at this point, Herb?
Well, I think it's a good spot. It's an interesting time because there's a lot more events. There's the amateurs really growing. There's a lot of really good officials, and now that there's training involved and people are talking about it, that I think that MMA officiating is really growing right now.
One of the things that a recent development, Ricardo Almeida, former UFC fighter who's retired, he announced he's going to start judging in New Jersey. Do you find that there's going to be a time when the judges are going to be guys like Ricardo Almeida, who've recently retired, who know the sport, who know what they're looking at, and is that going to help the state of judging in your opinion?
Oh yeah, I think it is going that there's going to be guys who have Yeah, I believe that the people who are refereeing and judging should be people who know the sport, who know the techniques, and know what the decisions they're making, who have some experience in the sport. And so, guys like Ricardo Almeida, of course, that's what you're looking for. I guess the balance that some people are often worried about is, when you get guys who are qualified, who have been to the sport, then they're going to be influenced by fight team politics. But I think that all the athletes in our sport are really honorable. We have a lot of honorable individuals, and I think that, when they decide to take on refereeing or judging, that they realize that it's sacred, and all those other things take a back seat to making the right decisions. So I think hopefully that's the direction we're going to go in.